Okay, everyone. I want to first off thanks everyone for their patience and effort in the first couple weeks of the season. We're just flying by the seat of our pants here for a couple reasons with the cancellation of games getting moved, and uh, you not getting your schedule as you normally do in a upfront manner. So I appreciate everyone's patience regarding that manner. Before I get started, we're going to have 13 plays, and most of it are situational plays that I'd like to go through. I feel like I haven't been clear enough on my expectations regarding game management and how we handle players and coaches and unsportsmanlike fouls. So I'm going to try to be as clear as possible because I've been seeing a lot of reports that we're flagging people for excessive language or for swearing or abusive behavior. So this is how I am asking you to officiate this going forward. First off, with players, if a player swears at another player, you are to ask that player to repeat themselves. If they repeat themselves to you, then you have full rights and means to throw a flag for an unsportsmanlike conduct. If the player then turns around and walks away and goes back to the huddle, you have a little discussion with the coach at the next dead ball period, or you 0-2-0 over to the sideline official to tell the coach that you just bought him a freebie by telling his because his kid just swore at another kid. Okay, if a kid swears at himself, don't have rabbit ears. Again, say excuse me. They'll get the hint and walk away. Okay, sidelines. When we talk to coaches, if the coach tells you your call stinks, that does not warrant a flag. Okay, if a coach comes out on the field and starts protesting a call, you are to give him an explanation. You'll walk over to the coach and you'll say, "Coach, meet me in the white, and we'll have a conversation." When he comes out, if he does not follow you, you ask him again, "Coach, I told you we can talk when you get here." He will get the hint, follow you to the sideline, and then you have the discussion. If the coach swears and tells you your call is BS, and when he says BS, he uses the word, you say, "Coach, I didn't quite hear the adjective or adverb that you used when you explained my call." If he repeats it, then you flag him. If he doesn't repeat it, then you say, "Coach, we can talk in a professional manner all day. You can disagree with me, but I will not tolerate any abusive language towards me going forward." That is his warning. Okay? If a coach says to another coach, "Man, that call was BS," we are not to have rabbit ears and throw flags. Okay? Just officiate the game. Don't go looking for trouble. Okay? If coach is yelling at another assistant about something and a bad word comes out, don't flag the coach. Nick has asked me for my playoff recommendations so far, and a lot of my recommendations have to do with how you manage a game in this sense. I cannot put my name behind a crew that consistently flags coaches and players because they can't manage situations. Because as you probably know, there's limited playoffs this year, which means every game, not only regular season, but playoffs, is heightened. More pressure, more emotion, more intensity. I cannot send a crew or people out there who want to flag players and coaches for all these little reasons. I want to be able to send officials out there who can manage situations and talk to coaches, talk them off the ledge, handle the kids whenever they get out of line, and let them play the game. Okay? So, in my mind, I would rather stick a crew or an official out there that may not be the best official, but I know he can manage a situation. Because based on my phone calls in the first 2 weeks, none of them had to do with your calls. They all had to do with how we managed situations and how we managed ejections and how we managed the way we talk to coaches. Okay. And I also understand that there are two sides to every story, and I've spoken to a lot of the officials in this. And I've also gone back to one of the coaches who was upset about the language, upset about some of the stuff, and he did not put himself in a good situation. So I do have your back on that. Ejections. Make sure we see the whole play. We have to be sure that if we're throwing two fouls for unsportsmanlikes, it's the same player. Okay? We also have to make ourselves that know that head slaps, open hand head slaps, do not constitute punches. If you have an open hand head slap, you tag the kid with a UNR, unnecessary roughness. You walk over to the coach and say, Coach, I just did you a favor. I could have interpreted that as a punch. I didn't. I interpreted it as a slap. I gave him 15 yards. The next time, I may not have the same interpretation. You leave it at that. He will get the hint. He will handle the kid. Okay? We have to be sure when we are throwing people out, we have the right people. I cannot be more clear about that than I am right now. There are limited games left in the season. They are out for 2 games for that. That game that you throw them out and the next one. Okay? So we cannot make mistakes when it comes to throwing players out. Finally, we have to be a little bit more aware when helmets come off, noting the number of the player's helmet that came off. If it did not come out during a foul, they have to sit out of play. Seen a lot of situations where helmets just come off and then the next play the player's in. So if anybody has any questions on anything I said here, send me an email, send me a text, call me, and we'll have a discussion about it. But I'm hoping that this little information will decrease the amount of unsportsmanlike and flags we have on kids, because we're actively preventive officiating. We're making ourselves presence felt in the game, and it will help decrease all of that. Okay? All right, 13 plays. If you see yourself on this and you're upset at me, give me a call. I will show you more than 13 plays of mine where I've screwed up. Okay? First play, we have to trust our mechanics, and that's where I find another issue where we run into problems. We don't trust our mechanics. So in this situation, we have a snap back to the quarterback, and we have a backwards pass. And I know our philosophies tell us that we do not want cheap turnovers, right? And that's exactly what we don't want. But in this situation, our mechanics fail us. Why do our mechanics fail us? Look at our wing official at the bottom of the screen. He's pointing backwards. He owns that call. He's telling everyone in the stadium that it's a backwards pass. But then we have the referee wave off the flag, okay? And in that situation, it's like having a block charge in basketball. What do? We have to go with the incomplete pass because the whistle kills the play. So this is how I talked to the crew about handling this situation. First off, let the person who owns the flag, or owns the call, make the call. Obviously, if you look at that person and he has his deer in the headlights look and he doesn't know what he's doing, then you got to make a decision. I would have had no problem on this play is if we let this play go and the team in blue picks it up and runs it in for touchdown. And then after the play, the referee and the line judge at the bottom of the screen have a talk and say, you know what, the pass was forward and incomplete. And they both agreed on that. And then they came and said, after further discussion, the ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Or another situation, how we can handle this, and I'm going to make another basketball reference. We don't have to be so quick on our whistle. We can let the play develop. Okay, so if we have the same situation, and if I can get their thing to ever play again, ball's on the ground, defense picks it up, and then we blow the whistle. What do we have? We have an inadvertent whistle. Our inadvertent whistle rules tell us the team in possession will get the ball at the spot of the inadvertent whistle, correct? So we would give the ball to blue right here at the 15-yard line if they were to recover. But obviously we have a loose ball here. That's okay too. If we were to come in and let blue pick it up, and then we had this situation where we had the incomplete pass, we could go back to the point where we had the inadvertent whistle and give the ball to blue if they had the ball right there. Last thing is, I just want you to get the play right. Okay, I understand that what I'm telling you here is going to make you look bad optically, but at the end of the day, if we get the play right, no one's going to say anything. So just a little bit on that. These next 3 plays, I just want to illustrate how a chain crew can totally screw up a game for us if we're not careful. So here we go. We have a first down play. And I'm just going to fast forward it. Nothing happens. It's second down, right? Now we're looking second down. It's the end of the quarter. Okay? I'm sorry, the end of the half. So here we go. Second down. What happens here? Sack, and then we have limited time left, and I say limited time, about 4 seconds to go to the game and a stop clock, and it should be third down, correct? So look what happens right here about here. There's the punt team out, or the field goal team out. Look what the box man does. He changes it from 3 to 4, okay? Which I know you guys on the field have your downs on your hands, whatever. But this coach over here is looking across the field and he's thinking, oh, it's fourth down. What ends up happening here is field goal, I believe, is missed. It gets blocked. So even worse, right? So if this field goal gets blocked and stays behind the line of scrimmage, by rule, if the offense picks it up, they can kick it again. But look, we have fourth down here. What's going to happen is everyone's going to be questioning, well, why does it say fourth down and you letting them kick again? And it's just going to be a total and utter mess. So I know with what's going on now and you showing up, an hour and a half before the game and not being able to talk to the chain crew, tell your box guy never to change the down until you tell him to change the down. Because if White recovers here, we're in a heap of explanation, because it's actually fourth down here. And when does the clock start on a legal kick play? On the snap, there was 0.4 seconds to go in the game. So if they would have had another shot either to run another play, throw a Hail Mary into the end zone, or also kick another field goal. So let's be diligent with our down counting and talking to the line of scrimmage people. All right, this next play, we're going to look at two players here. We're going to look at the left guard and the left tackle. First, let's look at the left guard. And this is our little bit of a holding section, and I'll say this about holding. We're getting better, but we're still missing too many plays where the offensive linemen just throw the defenders to the ground. And those are things that we have to clean up. So the left guard right here engages. So we have indicator by number 70, White. He has a bear hug around him, okay? What does he do with that bear hug? If he does nothing, he's okay. But he twists and pulls the guy on top of him. It's almost when they call it takedown / reverse takedown, okay? Boom. So what I see here, there's a few things that I see. We have an umpire at 10.5 yards, 10 yards. Umpires, you need to be in a situation where you see the center guard center, and it's not 10 yards away. I'm seeing too many umpires that are 10, 11, 12 yards. This isn't the ump judge. This is the umpire. So please move up into this area and make it to a spot where you can see. Next, let's look at the left tackle. Outside grab again, and he twists and pulls the guy to the ground. And I'm not so sure which one that the referee got. He got one of the two, which I'm fine with because, we got one of the two big ones. Twist, turn, pull to the ground. So those are two instances of quality holds, and we get one of them, which is great. But the umpire also has to be looking in on those plays. Next, we're going to look at the center and the running back. Okay, the center, like I said, is the umpire's key right here. Again, look at our initial position as an umpire. We are this time we're about 9 yards. If I were an umpire and I've never been an umpire, I'd probably be right about in here, trying to get a clear look in here. Okay, so watch what happens with the center. Number 72, right here. He's already in a bad position because guess what? The defender's even with him. Okay, he's beat. Watch what he does. He twists and pulls the guy, and that is enough restriction for a hold. He spins him around. He has his arm. Let's run it again. He has his arm inside the shoulder pads and pulls him down. That's enough for a quality hold. Next, we're going to look at this running back that's coming out here. And running back, our keys for our wing guy should go snap, tackle, and then this running back who's coming out of the backfield. So the play's coming this way. So if I'm this line of scrimmage person, This is the key block, and that's exactly where I should be. We have the block starts out good, and he starts to drive him, and you know what? I am okay with letting this holding go. Okay, because if he doesn't let go, he actually pushes him away right there, and I'm fine with letting that hold go. If he would have held on for one more second, then that's a situation where I would want a hold call. But this is a good no call right here by this line of scrimmage person. The center, we should have had a hold on that play. Next play, we're going to look at the center, left tackle, and right tackle. And here are 3 instances of the crew doing a good job not calling holding. Let's first look at number 73, the left tackle here. Okay? Outside grab a little bit. They're playing, he's twisting. He didn't restrict him. He let him twist. He let him twist. He pushes him where he wants to go. Nothing there rises to the level of a hold. Now, let's look at number 66, the center. Good blocking position right there. Just good blocking position, and he's just pushing him. You see when he gets, see the difference between what happened the play before and what happened here. This defender beats the center, but the center, instead of grabbing the collar or pulling him, he pushes him past the quarterback. And that's exactly what the blocker should do not to get a hold. So another good instance of not calling holding. Now let's look at the right tackle here. Right tackle. Gets beat, puts his hands up, and just pushes him past. So there's 3 good instances by this crew of not calling holding. The only comment I will make about this situation is the quarterback is running the ball to the bottom of the screen. And the person that is responsible for the quarterback is this person, the referee. He's your bread and butter. I would like to see a little bit more hustle, you getting out there with the quarterback, especially since he is in enemy territory here. Standing back here, I would like to see you up here a little bit further and not walking upfield. Next play, we have, this is just a reminder, we don't turn our umpires. I've seen umpires and referees do this. We don't turn our backs on the plays, because look what happens here as an umpire. Your back's turned on the play and the ball was snapped. You are not in position. You have no idea if any of these players false started, and you're just totally in survival mode. Get the ball in, hustle out. Referee, if you're chopping this play in, do not chop the play in while your officials are not in position. Hold them up, tell the quarterback, hold up, my officials need to be in position. You run back here, you run to the sideline, and let's get ready to officiate. It's stuff like this that gets coaches upset that you're not ready and you're not in the game. First play of the game. We have to be ready for anything. And I'll tell you right now, the film is not clear, so we're just going to talk through this situation. We have to be ready for anything on the first play of the game. Surprise onside, you should expect it every time. Okay? Watch what happens here. Kickoff. Pop-up kick. Was it driven into the ground? You can't tell from this video, but the umpire should know. Did it get driven into the ground? If it got driven into the ground, we should be killing that play immediately. Once we see a kick up in the air, a pop-up kick like this, the line judge and the head linesman, the first thing they should be looking for as they're busting upfield is somebody here, waving fair catch. Okay? If anybody waves fair catch and the receiving team catches it, we have to kill it immediately. However, as we know by rule, the only person who receives protection is a person who signals for a fair catch. Another reason why we need to have our antennas on or our head on a swivel. Watch this player right here. And I don't know who could see this. Could it be the deep wing over here, or could it be the umpire here? Watch what he does. Seeks a player out, totally out of play, hits him. totally would be supported for a blindside block right there. I'm not so it's a forcible hit, and I'm not so sure that the guy saw it. If he didn't see it, then I'd support something, you throwing a blindside block here. Finally, it looks as if the kicking team recovers with his knee on the ground, little bit of clock. There should be no time that comes off the clock, okay? Next play, I see some referees do this, and I don't know when this mechanic started and when this mechanic stopped, but okay, we have a normal scrimmage play that looks like we're going from a stopped clock to a running clock. Okay, referees, this is no longer a mechanic. Watch here. This referee will wind the clock once the ball is snapped. This is no longer a mechanic. Okay, just something right there. Deep wings here. You can even get a little bit wider if you would like to. It'll help you out. We've been doing a very good job of getting blindside blocks. I can say that. I'm really proud of you all. Your dead ball officiating is good with that, and you see it on reverse fields. I want us to take a look at this number 25 right here and follow him throughout the play and watch what happens. And this crew does a good job. I don't know if they call targeting or unnecessary roughness, but this hit is totally and utterly unnecessary. So right here, he's wrapped up, and look what 25 does. Boom. He is not coming in to do anything but to hurt the kid. Okay, and I know that the team in blue, and I know you will get yelled at that this is football. This is not football. Okay, he did not need to deliver a blow like that. So throwing a flag on that play was totally warranted by that crew, and it's a good job for. All right, our last two plays have to do with a situation at the end of the game. So this situation, we have 3rd down and long. Okay, we're coming out of a timeout with about I don't know exactly how many seconds, but I'm guessing about 25 seconds to go. So 3rd down, right? The team in white is down by they need a touchdown, okay? They are out of timeout. So those are things that you need to put in your head. Team in white need a touchdown, out of timeouts. So if they're tackled in bounds, so here's the situation. If they're tackled in bounds short of the line of the game, it's 4th down and the clock's running. So they're probably going to hurry up to the line. So I got to make sure everyone's set before the ball is snapped. Okay, the other thing to think about, if they get the 1st down, we have to be more deliberate to get the ball down, and referees do not wind the clock until the officials are ready and the ball is down. So what we have in this situation is we have a reverse, and we have a play tackled inbounds. So we have a box man who's going to be running 20-some yards, okay? And the team in white does not have any timeouts. So they're going to hurry up to the line. So look, he's hustling. Listen, the box guy he's wearing a mask. He's doing his best job. It still says 3rd down. But guess what? The clock's winding down. And look what the team in white does. Spikes the ball. It was 4th down. This crew does an excellent job handling this situation. The coach in white wanted us to kill the clock because the down didn't say 4th down. You are not to do that. If you kill the clock in this situation, you essentially give the team in white a free timeout, which will then incite all kinds of problems with the defense right here. Okay, so how you handle this situation is exactly how this crew handled the situation. The box guy's doing the best he can to get up here. It's 4th down. The team on offense, they should know that it's 4th down. I mean, it's not rocket scientists. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science to know it's 4th down. They have to be able to manage the clock that way. Okay, so kudos to this crew for handling this situation well. Okay, all right. Keep going out and doing a good job this week. If you have any questions or comments regarding anything said on this video, let me know. I will send out a new link regarding the referees report. I appreciate everyone sending them in, and good luck this week.